Okay, so I think I got a pretty good idea of all the different food groups and some of the foods that go into those groups. I bet you got some stuff in this store that is kind of hard to place.
Oh, we got lots of things. We'll have you guys guess and see if you know where the food goes into which food group.
All right, so we're gonna go find some really interesting foods that are really delicious and good for you. You see if you can figure out which food group it goes into. Ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
All right, can you guess what food this is? And can you guess what food group it goes into? Here are a couple hints. It's very high in calcium. It's a really good source of protein. It's creamy and it has to be in the refrigerated section. If you guessed yogurt, you would be correct. If you also guessed that it goes in the dairy category, you would be correct. Alright, I kind of have two this time. Can you guess what foods they are? And can you guess which food group they go into? They both belong to the same. I'll give you a couple hints. One is made from nuts, the other is made from seeds. They help you build those strong muscles, and they're really yummy to put on sandwiches. If you guessed peanut butter or sunflower seed butter, you are correct. If you guessed protein group, you are correct too. Peanut butter is great in protein, and so is sunflower seed butter. If you have an allergy to nuts, this is a great option to put on your sandwich instead. All right, can you guess what food this is? And can you guess what food group it falls into? I'll give you a couple hints. This is a really yummy snack. Sometimes we make it in the microwave, but sometimes we can buy it just like this, and it gives us energy. If you guessed popcorn, you are correct. If you guessed the grains group, you are correct as well. Air pop popcorn, meaning the ones that you already buy popped in the bag, are a really good snack because they're whole grain, they keep your tummy nice and full, and they give you energy. Alright, can you guess what this food is? And can you guess which food group it goes in? Some of you might be thinking it looks a lot like a different fruit. But this is actually a grapefruit, and it belongs in the fruit category. So, a lot of you probably thought it was an orange. You can see an orange is a lot smaller, and if you cut open a grapefruit, it's actually pink on the inside. It's still a citrus fruit, still gives us vitamin C, but they are just a little bit different. Alright, can you guess what this food is? Can you guess what food group it goes into? Here are a couple hints. It comes from a cow. It has to be in the refrigerated section. It's really strong in calcium, so it gives you nice, strong bones and teeth.
I know this one.
What is it?
This is in the dairy group.
You are correct.
Hey, you know, in my house, we always buy skim milk. What does that mean?
So skim milk means that it doesn't have fat in it. You see the different colors on each milk indicates how much fat it has. Skim milk's a good choice because it means it's nice and lean. All right, can you guess what food this is? And can you guess what food group it goes into? I'll give you a hint, even though I don't think you're gonna need it. It comes in slices, it's really yummy on sandwiches, and it gives you energy. If you guessed bread, you are correct. If you guessed grains group, you are correct. Can you guess what food this is? And can you guess what food group it falls under? I'll give you a few hints. Comes in a lot of different varieties and colors. Lots of times we put it in soup or chili, and it gives us nice strong muscles. If you guessed beans, you are correct. If you guessed they go in the protein group, you are correct as well. Can you guess what food this is? And can you guess what food group it belongs to? I'll give you a couple hints. It comes from a chicken, it can be brown or white, and it helps you build strong muscles. Bonus tip, you usually have it for breakfast. If you guessed eggs, you are correct. And if you put it in the protein group, you are correct in that too. That one was kind of tricky. Can you guess what food this is? Can you guess what food group it goes into? I'll give you a couple hints. Really good with milk. I bet a lot of you had it for breakfast this morning, and it gives us energy to tackle our day. If you guess cereal, you are correct. If you also guess the grains group, you are correct again. We've got lots of different cereals, and it makes a really yummy breakfast as long as we're picking the right ones. All right, what food do you think this one is? And what food group do you think it goes under? I bet a lot of you out there guessed banana. And it does look like a banana, but it is actually what's called a plantain. And plantains fall in the vegetable category. So you can see a plantain is a lot bigger than a banana. And a plantain you don't want to just eat out of the peel. You have to cut it up and you have to cook it. Alright, this one's a little bit trickier. Can you guess what this food is? And can you guess what food group it goes into? I'll give you a couple hints. This can be put into soups, or it can be used as a side dish. It gives you energy, and you boil it in water and it kind of puffs up. This is what we call quinoa. Can you say the word quinoa? Kind of fun to say. This falls into the grain group. So quinoa is an ancient grain that we can use as a side dish in place of rice or pasta. We boil it just like we boil pasta, and then we eat it, and it is nice and tasty. It gives us lots of energy, and it even has a little bit of protein in it too. Can you guess what this food is? And can you guess what category it goes into? Do you know?
I think, tell me if I'm wrong, that's a sweet potato.
It is a sweet potato.
Ah,
Do you know what food group it goes under?
let me think. I'm guessing vegetables.
It is a vegetable. You are correct.
Nice. We have all kinds of potatoes here. What's the difference?
So if you cut open a sweet potato, one, it's going to taste sweeter, and it's going to be orange on the inside. So it's going to have a lot of vitamin A, which helps your eyes. And then we've got regular potatoes that are white on the inside. They've got potassium for a strong heart. And then we've got all these little potatoes that are more like regular, but they just cook down a little bit better.
Katie, I found this really weird thing. What is this?
This is a jicama. Jicama is a fun word to say, but it's a very rare vegetable that we don't eat that much. If you cut it open, it's white on the inside, and it kind of has a texture between like an apple and a potato. It's got a sweeter taste, so it's really yummy on salads, or if you cut them up into straws.
What about this one? Look at this thing.
This
I've
one's
never
one of
seen
my
this before.
favorites. This is called ginger root, and it kind of looks like a little claw. But what you do is you peel this and you shred it, and you add it to recipes, and ginger can actually help an upset stomach.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I might need some of this.
All right, can you guess what food this is? And do you know what food group it goes under? You know what food group it is?
That is a pineapple.
Yes.
And that is probably a fruit.
Good call. It is a pineapple and it is a fruit. Best way to pick a pineapple is see if the center leaf comes out easy, and then you know it's ready to eat. Yum, I love pineapple.
I didn't know that. I love pineapple too. These are pears, right?
We've got pears up here.
What is this?
This is a pomegranate. It's really good in the winter time, and it's a really pretty fruit. So if you cut open a pomegranate, be careful because the juice stains, but if you cut it open, it has hundreds of different kind of ruby looking type seeds in it that we call pomegranate arrows, and that's actually what you eat.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I
It's
do.
really sweet and pretty.
I do like my fruit pretty. So if I'm after school and I'm looking for a quick snack, I'm guessing one of these lollipops is not what I should go for.
No, probably not. A snack is better if you have a couple of the different food groups in there. So say you have some of that popcorn, which is a grain, maybe with a cheese stick, which would be dairy, or you have an apple after school with some peanut butter, something like that. Things like this, like our lollipops and our candies, they don't necessarily fall into any of our 5 food groups. They're kind of in an other category, and they're things we eat every once in a while, not all the time. We want to have our 5 food groups every single day. Our other category we want to have rarely, every once in a while.
Yeah, sometimes foods.
Mhm.
Once in a while, sometimes it's okay.
Absolutely.
But they don't fall in a food group, so they're not going to be part of our meals.